Kaya once told me that if I spend too much time playing in one day without resting, I'll be too tired to play the next day and I'll miss out on all the fun. So I decided when the sun gets up, I'll get up. And when the sun goes to bed, I'll go to bed. That way, I'll always be full of energy. You should do what Kaya says too, Mr. Honorary Knight.
Since we got some time on our hands, do you want to take a seat and shoot the breeze for a bit? I brought some drinks if you're thirsty. With me here, we can take whatever this domain has to throw at us. There's no point in spending all your time worrying about what lies beyond the horizon. If it's a sunny day, you can snooze away. And if there's dark clouds ahead, you just gotta roll up your sleeves and sail on through the storm. That there's the secret to living a happy life.
This domain affords the opportunity for endless challenges, while also providing an ample place to rest. Most fascinating indeed. It stands to reason that the creator of this realm holds lofty expectations for those who enter. Even the lengthiest of battles have their end. As for how long this one shall last, I suppose that remains to be discovered.
Dear me, is it time to go off and fight again already? All this running around is getting quite exasperating. I have half a mind to transform into a kitsune and hitch a ride on your shoulder. You'd like that, wouldn't you? In your dreams. Oh, little one, you've still got a long way before Yae Miko the Wise and Beautiful permits you to see her true form.
I rarely encounter opportunities to rest mid-journey. During battle, slowing down is even more out of the question. However, given that this is not a solo operation, I will go along with what you think is best. In any case, this is an acceptable place for a brief period of respite.
You sure don't look like you're raring to go anywhere. Want to listen to my new song? Although, this doesn't really seem like the right place for a rock and roll concert. Well, let's talk about some of your adventuring highlights instead. They're pretty rock and roll too.
I do hope I'll get to read a story about a rebellious princess. You know, the type who sheds her long, cumbersome skirts and learns equestrianism, swordplay, perhaps even medicine. She'll live freely, take to the field to defeat evil personally, and defend the people and nation by her own hand. You know what? I might just write that story myself.
These monsters are stronger all the time. Probably 'cause I'm on the team, I bet. But the good news is, as the leader of Benny's adventure team, I've learned a lot about how to draw monsters' attention. I'll lure them out, and once they charge at me, you guys wait for the right moment to take them all down.
On the battlefield, even the strongest warriors can be captured if they get isolated, and even the weakest soldiers can conquer the enemy if they stay united. There's only so much one person can accomplish on their own, so my view is that the strength of the whole group is what matters if you want to build an unstoppable army. Likewise, even the fiercest enemy soldier is nothing to be feared. As long as we work together as a team and make effective use of our resources, victory will be ours.
Will you join me in a game of Karuta? It is a fine way to spend leisure time. It will help us both relax, while keeping me sharp and focused. The only thing is, it is customary for the winner to be awarded with confectionery, but I do not know whether it can be brought in here. In that case, we can celebrate the victor at the Sacred Sakura some other time. Now, are you ready to be humbled?
The floorboards need sweeping, the rugs need washing, maybe even replacing. And as for all those books on the shelves, looks like they could do with someone going through and organizing them a little better. You should go rest. Leave all that to me. Pushing myself too hard? No, I'm not. This is my way of relaxing.
I see a lot of people training in the art of the sword to pursue martial excellence, but that's not my goal. I'm only interested in capturing the aesthetics of the sword, especially the interplay between light and shadow. Combat, for me, is a chance to get a wealth of inspiration in the bag. But don't worry, even if I lose focus mid-battle, Tomoto will help you out. wonder what'll happen if we keep going further in. I can do it. I've begun this journey, so I'll see it through. And my ancient name is Uthabiti, after all. I can't be slowing you down. Let's go!
Whenever I'm on stage, I always want to push my music a little bit further and make that one guitar riff even gnarlier. A live gig is a different kind of beast than the ones we're facing here, that's for sure. But I ain't one to back down from a challenge. When the crowd's waiting, you gotta get out there and face the music. Same applies here. So come on, time to do some shredding.
I like the decor here. Seems like working in a different environment once in a while can be a good mood booster. Only thing is, once I get into work mode, I'm so focused on what I'm doing that I don't pay much attention to what's going on in the outside world. So, if you need me for anything, you'll have to get up close and personal to get my attention. Got it?
How big do the monsters here get? Maybe even bigger than the highest tree in the Whispering Woods? Anyway, there's no need to worry. I made an even bigger bomb! Da-da-da! Clee to the rescue! Clearing the way for Mr. Honorary Knight!
Novels do have their poignant moments, but if I only read the text on the page, I can't help but feel like something is missing. It's only when I've brought a character to the stage that I'm truly able to feel all the emotions their story is meant to convey. There's truth to the saying that you can't see the mountain for what it really is when you're standing at the peak, but there are also breathtaking views that can only be beheld if you scale the summit.
Her Excellency once cautioned me against getting lost in the heat of battle. She said that while being fierce, courageous, and doggedly determined are good traits to have when you're leading an army, if you always throw yourself into the fray without keeping a level head, there will come a day when it backfires on you. So I think that whenever there's a break between battles, it's important to take a chance to calm down and collect your thoughts. You have to stand as firm as a mountain and burn as bright as a raging fire. That's the gold standard for any army, don't you think?
Take any character penned by any playwright from any point in history, and you'll find that not a single one of them fulfilled their destiny without first enduring many trials and tribulations. Though the road ahead is treacherous, fear not. With the aid of our companions and our wills united as one, we can surely overcome any obstacle.
Only a handful of my more experimental dishes have made it onto the Wanmin restaurant menu. In most cases, it's because I think the texture isn't quite right, or the flavor needs a lot more work. But that doesn't mean I'm about to give up. I know there are tasty dishes out there waiting to be discovered, and I'll find them sooner or later.
Thank you for inviting me to join your domain exploration team. I have to learn to defeat powerful enemies if I want to become a knight. When it's time to go into battle, I will give it everything I have.
This is truly a place of endless mystery. We don't even know what jurisdiction it belongs to. If I could collect a soil sample, or make a record of the furnishing style, then take it back and do some investigation, perhaps I could find some answers. What am I doing? Why, resting, of course, but also thinking things over. The two were quite compatible.
If we wish to forge a new future, we cannot expect to stick to the same path trod by our forebears. And yet, many of the principles put forth in ancient writings are versatile in their application, so it is wise to be versed in the past as we consider the future. These days, I tend to take a look at any relevant historical records whenever I have an important decision to make. I always find it helps me come up with some good ideas.
Are you tired? I know a trick that works great. Imagine all the enemies you're facing as delicious ingredients. With all that tender, delicious-smelling food nearby, doesn't it just give you a big burst of energy? Huh? Hard to imagine. Maybe it's just me then.
Our foes grow in strength, but that isn't entirely a bad thing. You need constant challenges to keep your skills strong and your judgment sharp. Otherwise, you lose your edge. There's no useful experience to be gleaned from plateauing. We've got each other's backs, so let's push ourselves today.
Proceed with caution, assess the situation, fire on command, and shoot to kill. Clear rules and a battle plan are essential to any military operation. Sticking to these rules while we're exploring this domain will guard us against a lot of preventable accidents. But of course, if things escalate out of control, I will act as the last line of defense to secure you enough time to make a decision on how to proceed.
Traveler from another world, you have the princess's permission to enjoy a brief moment of peace. But be ready, for once I have peered into this dark dominion and beheld the treachery within. I shall rain down thundering retribution upon this place. And when the curtain of doom falls, thou shalt give it thy full undivided attention.